Hello, peasants of YouTube, and welcome to a live video on YouTube. Obviously, why else would you be here? Just a quick Saturday night stream. I thought we'd just talk about a lot of the news that's come out recently of the Batverse. Matt Reeves confirming that his Batman universe and all those stories will take place outside of the DC universe going forward. Obviously, James Gunn and Peter Safran are still due to confirm the first few years or few projects of their DC lineup. We are all guessing, obviously, they're going to announce a Superman movie. I don't think we're going to get a lot of story detail and everything. But yeah, I think the first thing to come out of this DC universe is definitely going to be a Superman movie. Anyway, I'm kind of jumping the gun at the moment. I just kind of want to talk about the state of the Batverse to start off with. This is why I usually heavily edit my videos and don't go live that much. I'd like to go live more actually, because I think it's good to talk to people when you're in the chat and everything, and just talk about it. But let's talk about this Batverse. Let's talk about it. So I'm pretty confident this Batverse sort of idea could go on for quite a while past the films. Now, I'm guessing, obviously, Robert Pattinson will only be doing a trilogy of these Batman films, but could his character continue in television and other films and video games and that? Maybe. But I think we're just jumping the gun a little bit there too. The Batverse is very interesting because it's always been the idea from the very beginning. It hasn't just been a case of Matt Reeves is going to do a trilogy of films and then that's it. He wants to expand the world of this Batman and kind of, I don't know, he talked recently, you can see in my last videos and everything, but he talked recently about point of view characters. He's trying to stay in the point of view of all these characters, from Batman to Selina Kyle to the Penguin, and the Riddler. Actually, I agree with him. I think the Rogues Gallery going forward in this Batman universe is going to be very interesting because they are going to be taking a back seat this time. Matt Reeves recently confirmed that in an interview with Collider, saying if you look at the past projects with Batman, the Rogues Gallery usually takes front and centre, and Batman's kind of put to the side for a little bit of the story. But it depends on the story. At the end of the day, he and his co-writers are writing this, so I'm very confident that, you know, it'll be in good hands. I'm interested to see how big it will get. Could it be on the level of the Disney Plus Marvel shows? I don't know, because I don't even know if many general audiences are watching that. Sorry, I just burped. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm kind of nervous, weirdly, about this Batverse because it could crash and burn. You never know with these projects; they could easily crash and burn and everything. And I think that's fine to kind of say. But you know, it's Matt Reeves, for God's sake. I mean, if the Batman is to go anything by, then yeah, I think we're in good hands, really. So obviously, I think the first thing they're going to confirm is that it has to be the Penguin show. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that is the first project definitely happening. It starts filming soon. I just can't see. I don't know. I just can't see anything else really being announced very soon. In terms of this, I don't think Peter Safran and James Gunn are gonna confirm anything that Matt Reeves is planning with their slate, but the Penguin show is definitely filming soon. That is a go ahead. And obviously in the past we heard about a GCPD show that morphed into an Arkham Asylum show, and I think that'd be interesting. If they did an Arkham Asylum show, I'd definitely be wanting to watch that. It has to be really well written. If it all takes place in the one place, it has to be very good. I mean, you could look at other projects, really, like there was a show, well, actually, American Horror Story Asylum, that mostly takes place in Asylum, but it would be really interesting to kind of see some of Batman's less notable Rogues Gallery villains kind of crop up and everything, and kind of follow their stories. I would be really interested in seeing some sort of Twilight Zone thing with Batman, where we kind of follow different villains, like a villain series, just seeing where the villains are in this world of Gotham City and what Matt Reeves and co are planning. But yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm excited. I know I don't seem it. I am very tired today. I probably shouldn't have gone live because I'm very, very tired. But I really, really want to talk about it. I do. Start off, I think Robert Pattinson is only going to do a trilogy. I think that's the case overall. I don't think he's going to stay on after that. I mean, it'd be interesting if he came back for a fourth one. I mean, the rumours going around that he was going to be the DCU Batman, to be honest, kind of floored me, and I kind of saw it working. But I can't imagine this version of the character going, Superman. You know, I can't imagine that. Oh my God, it's Green Lantern, Darkseid. If we get any of those characters, those other characters in. But yeah, it's interesting, the Batverse. I'm lowering my expectations for this because it could go very, very wrong for all you know. But you know, Matt Reeves thankfully has come out a lot, you know, with a lot of information concerning the sequel that is still going to be concentrating, you know, around Bruce Wayne, and we're going to see more Bruce Wayne basically. And it's so weird because he brings up a good point that, you know, the character of Bruce Wayne, it's done really well in the previous films, usually the first iteration of it, and if there's a sequel with the same actor playing the same character, we kind of move away from Bruce Wayne. Usually Bruce kind of discovers who he is as Bruce Wayne and Batman by the end of the first film. That is usually the case. And when you look back at it, that is very true. So what Matt's doing is actually trying to develop the character of Bruce Wayne and Batman over his arcing trilogy. And I'm really hoping in the second film we see Bruce try and be the playboy philanthropist, you know, try to be smug and everything, and he finds it really hard to do. Maybe it's sort of an acting lesson for him, and I do think that's the direction they're going to go. So by the end of the third film, he is fully Batman, and then as the audience, we can just pretend what happens afterwards. And again, you might hear what's going on in the world of Gotham after those 3 films in the TV shows and whatever they're planning. I still think this is a perfect universe to do a video game. I really do. I think they should do a Batman video game. It would be awesome. Get the same makers of Arkham Knight and everything. Be sorted. So yeah, that's really the Batman news to talk about. We keep going back to it though. I'm actually going to watch Batman tonight. Haven't watched it in a couple of months. I've watched it about 7 times now. I watched it. No, I haven't watched it 7 times. That's a lie. I watched The Dark Knight 7 times in the cinema. Oh God, I'm going back to 14-year-old Joe being very proud of himself for that. But I saw The Batman 3 times in the cinema. Saw it once on premiere day, the day before the premiere, at an exclusive IMAX screening, and that was fantastic. The energy in the room was electric, and then when it was finished, people seemed really deflated by it. I think it was just such a long movie, and it was really hot in that IMAX cinema. It was boiling, and it was packed. Like there was no empty seat anywhere. And then the second time I watched it on my own at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I think I saw it at IMAX as well. Or did I see it at a normal cinema? I don't remember, but yeah, I saw it like 10 o'clock in the morning, and the cinema was empty. You know, everyone had seen the film by this point. And then I saw it a third time with my friend Reese, who's not like the biggest comic book fan and everything, but he found it really interesting, the film. But he does want to see a completely different story in the second one. Again, as I've mentioned in my videos, I think COVID really screwed this film. I really think that. I think there was more to the film than what we saw. I think the reason for some of its problems, especially being that long, is because of the restrictions they had whilst filming during COVID. Remember, the Batman started filming in February 2020, and then COVID was March, and then they came back to production in, I think it was like July or something. It was a long time. It was a long time, yeah. So yeah, I think COVID kind of screwed the film. So I'm really hoping Matt Reeves goes out on the second one and kind of just proves to us the writer he is and the director he is. And I mean, look at him. You can tell he's a very serious man. And I bet he's bloody good. You know, every time he talks, this man could read me a bedtime story, but I wouldn't be able to go to sleep because I'd just be so enticed with what he's saying. And he'd break down all the characters perfectly. But I've actually never... I have seen other Matt... No, I haven't. The only Matt Reeves film I've seen is the Batman. And Cloverfield. I have seen Cloverfield. That's a good point. Many, many years ago. Cloverfield was very good. It was very good, Cloverfield. But, yeah, I mean, it's not huge amounts to talk about. I opened the stream. I was like, to be honest, I like talking to people during these streams and everything, and kind of getting people's thoughts and stuff. I think that's interesting. But yeah, should we get some music on? I think we should definitely get some music on. That sounds about right, doesn't it? Maybe that. Oh, but anyway, happy Saturday night, everyone. People that haven't joined the stream or are watching this back. Having a good Saturday so far. I actually bought some more of the Batman collectibles today. I'll show it on screen because unfortunately I can't move this webcam over there at the moment because I've got a lot of washing out. But yeah, been going on the Spin Masters Batman stuff quite a bit, and yeah, that collection is nearly done. I think I just need the 4-inch Batmobile, and then I'm kind of happy with the Batman collection, and then I'll probably flog it off at some point. I probably will, to be honest, because I can't. I've got no room for collection anymore. I went to my local city today, and there was action figures I'd like and everything, like especially Black Series Star Wars. I was like, oh, that'd be a nice one on the shelf, and they were like, on sale and everything, but I couldn't justify it because the amount of room I've got on my shelf is not much. But I've just, I've just cocked it up. I've bought too much for this small little office, and if you see my room tour, I show some of my Batman collection, but it's actually grown since then, and especially the Doctor Who merchandise has grown significantly, but I can't speak today. In terms of DC news, obviously I'm very excited to hear what James Gunn's plans is for this Superman movie. And whilst again I was in the city, I bought 2 comics to kind of do a little bit of research. I bought Superman Earth 1 Volume 3. Oh no, I bought Volume 3. Oh, I didn't want Volume 3. Oh, it's lucky I spotted that. I thought it was Volume 1. Oh no. Damn. Well, I'm going to have to find the other 2 volumes anyway. I really love the Batman Earth 1 series. I still need to read Volume 3. Luckily I got Volume 3 of this, but yeah, I've heard this is really good interpretation of Superman. And to be honest, Earth 1 Batman was fantastic. I'm actually hoping the DC Universe Batman is a bit like that. Kind of young, and we have a young Batman, but it's very edgy and very serious, the Batman films. So I think they're going to go completely the opposite. I'm not saying like he's going to be like, "Hi guys, I'm Batman," and it's just going to be less dark and a bit more colour, I think. Hopefully he'll have a very different suit. Anyway, yes, I've got Superman Earth 1 Volume 3. What disappointment. And then I got this one, which is one that was recommended to me, All-Star Superman. And this is a big book. This was $24.99. It was a bloody expensive comic book. But apparently this is one of the most definitive Superman stories. Entertainment Weekly says, a stirringly mythic, emotionally resonant, and gloriously alternative take on the Man of Steel. So maybe not the Superman we all know. All-Star Superman is exciting, bold, and super cool. All the makings of a classic. Variety.com. Yeah, it's Grant Morrison, this. And Jamie Grant. So this is 12-issue series. I mean, the drawings look spectacular on this. They really do. And also, the reason I'm buying this for research, as I say, I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I'm not. I I guess I could just talk through a few more comics I've got over the recent days and weeks. Over the past few days, I got Spider-Man Miles Morales #1. I think I've got on pre-order #2 already. But this is all through Ace Comics, by the way, when I get these card back ones. But this is the new Miles Morales Spider-Man. Riddler Year 1, Issue 2. This is fantastic. If you are the Batman fan and you want to know more about the Riddler, again, I feel like it's a character that didn't get his time on screen. But again, Matt Reeves wanted to concentrate on the character of Bruce Wayne, so I understand. But this is great. It's actually written by Paul Dano, who plays the Riddler in the Batman. And the drawings are beautiful in these comics. I think it's limited to about 6 issues. I think they're doing 6, 7. I'm not quite sure, but that's the most recent cover. And man, I won't spoil it, but he's obsessed. He is obsessed with Batman, and it kind of makes sense. Kind of ties into the film really well. I think it takes place just during Batman's first year, so it's obviously just start. So by the end of it, it should be going into the Batman. I kind of hope we see what happens after that Joker conversation in the last issue. Also, to be honest, I haven't been keeping track of this, but I've heard it's a great run, and it's Superman, Son of Kal-El. The artwork on these covers are beautiful, and I read the first few issues, and I really loved the story, the sort of father-son story and everything. I really like it. This version of Superman is gay, and I think that's fantastic. They kind of include that. A lot of people are going, "Oh, it's really woke and everything." It's not. It's a person. That's a human being. That's the real world at the moment. So yeah, but I think it's great that he's struggling with threats like aliens and everything, and struggling with trying to be a human as well. Both, because he is an alien from Krypton. He knows well, he's not from Krypton really, but he has to deal with real life and how people view him as a person and as a Superman. But yeah, it's really interesting, that one. And then this is a good find today. I actually got the Batman 89 comic book that came out when, not the new Batman 89, but when the film came out, when they do a tie-in comic and they just basically repeat the steps of the film. But today I found Batman Returns, and I've been looking for this for a little while actually. Fantastic. Look at that condition. Got it from Galactic Attic. So thank you to the owner there. He's a really nice guy, and he really helps you out and tries to get you a deal. But this was £10. It's cheapest I've seen it, so I grabbed it in fantastic condition. And look at that artwork up the back. And that's obviously the film. The film reel is the comic inserts and everything. But yeah, no, it's great. Really happy with that. And I guess, I mean, another thing I had in my last video was the official script book for the Batman. But it has a fantastic interview with Matt Reeves in here. Also has pictures as you go along. So there's the bat signal. It's the confrontation with the GCPD. But it's formatted very nicely so you can read it nicely. But it's not like the actual shooting script, if you know what I mean. I've got the shooting script here, actually. And what I mean by that is that the script is a bit more jumbled. It's a bit more jumbled. Where is it? I definitely had it here. Okay, I don't have it. I thought I had it. Oh well. But yeah, this is definitely a really nice find. I think to buy it is just... Yeah, the interview with Matt is really interesting, and there's the front as you go into the script. Again, I think this is heavily edited to kind of match the film. They usually are, these. But you find out little bits like Gordon has a daughter, Barbara. But yeah, no, just really, it's really interesting to see it go through the script, version. Definitely. Oh, but yeah, no, it's having a nice Saturday night. The content on the channel, I have to admit, has been really good. with the Batman stuff. Obviously, my most popular content has actually been Doctor Who. And Doctor Who is filming currently, and there's lots of set leaks and set pics coming out. But I don't want to spoil the surprises, and that's why I'm kind of keeping to the official stuff. The breaking news from Doctor Who and the BBC and everything, I want to keep to that, really. I don't really want to spoil the show. And there's a lot of people, great channels out there that can do that. That's absolutely fine. I've got nothing against it, but I just think for my channel, in terms of Doctor Who, just don't want to do that. Don't want to give too many leaks away. Films, I don't know. It's a different story for me. I don't ever intend to spoil films and everything. I like to go with rumours, but if like an official leak comes out or anything, I kind of keep away. Like recently, and I don't mind talking about it, is that the TARDIS interior leaked on Reddit. Some idiot filmed it at the studios whilst it was still under construction. I don't think it was fully finished. It looked like it was nearly there, but the TARDIS is I won't say specifics, but it looks like one of the best TARDISes I've ever seen, definitely. And but that's something I wouldn't share on my socials and everything. There's no point of spoiling the surprises. There is no point. With the Flash and everything, you obviously hear these like rumors, like this is gonna happen, but nothing's ever concrete. So like video and pictures, leaks and set filming, that kind of giveaway stuff. I don't really want to share unless it's confirmed by Rusty Davis and the crew and the cast, like when they say it's okay to share, basically. So continuing talking about DC Studios, I mean, is Peacemaker Season 2 fucking happening? I really hope it happens. Peacemaker Season 2 is fantastic. Season 1 is fantastic. One of the best TV shows I watched last year. No cap. It looks like artist Butcher Billy has created this fantastic artwork to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Peacemaker. Came out a year ago today. Look at that. So this is episode 1. And he's done every single episode. Oh my god. You can't see it in the replies here, but here's episode 2. Batmite. Oh god. How the Snyderverse fell when they heard that, the Snyder Cult and everything. Episode 3. That guy was great. Why did we not see a lot of him? Episode 4. The Chodeless Travelled. I don't remember that. But he's only posted those so far. Oh no, he's got the others. Wow. That's amazing. Aquaman fucks fish. Yes, he does. Fantastic character. Yeah. Peacemaker, 1 year. 1 year. I remember desperately waiting for it, and I obviously waited for it. And just remember binging it. Just couldn't wait. Fantastic show. I'm just seeing if there's any news. Any breaking news to talk about. Tell you what, Alex Bat Emoji, I completely agree with you. I actually tweeted James Gunn saying this needs to happen. And the reason it needs to happen is because it's been done before. What? Scooby-Doo and Batman were in the same project? Yeah. Yeah, they were. I wish James Gunn would just stop pissing about and do it. Oh, sorry. Again, it's not going to be a very long stream. I'm probably going to finish by 7 o'clock. See what people are like when they come in. This is my my Doctor Who B&M rant. The figure's broken. The figure's broken. The figure's broken. Loser. They should put a discount on that, to be honest. I actually got an email from Character Options recently saying everyone's action figures are on the way, which is different. Because usually Character Options are like, yeah, it might come out, might not. But there is an interview coming out today, actually. I think it comes out in 15 minutes with a new Twitter, podcast I've just started following. This is going to be really interesting, this. Because the review of Death did one. Here it is. Get that music off. But, Who Corner to Corner podcast. Sunday, 6 p.m. Okay, so that's a shame. I need something to watch tonight. Oh, I'm watching The Batman, aren't I? But, this week on Who Corner to Corner. And as you know, I'm an avid Doctor Who fan. I love the action figures. And I really think Character Options and B&M especially have done a terrible job of releasing these figures and everything. I think it's been awful. But here's an interesting tidbit from that podcast coming out tomorrow, 6 p.m. So that comes out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Who Corner to Corner. Again, really, really interesting. That was an interview the podcast team there are doing with... I forget the guy's name at Character Options, unfortunately. He's the guy talking in that video. Is it Al? Is it Al? It is Al Dewar. Al Dewar, who is the sort of head of Character Options, who is a passionate Doctor Who fan. And there's the review of Death episode you can go and watch now. Really interesting stuff when he talks about the history of Character Options and Doctor Who. And a little tidbit to kind of tell you, Rusty Davis is an avid collector like all of us. He loves collecting Doctor Who merchandise. I think he collects Star Trek. But he has reportedly getting tired of going to B&M and waiting for these action figures to come out, and it's been ridiculous. The past couple of years with Doctor Who merchandise has not been great. The best thing I got at Christmas was a Sonic Spork. Genuinely, that is probably one of the best Doctor Who merchandise figures I've ever got. But yeah, this guy, he creates the action figures and he kind of decides he has to be very limited in what he can do because of copyright and getting permission from the BBC and now Bad Wolf and everything. But I think the problem with this is that Character Options could be in trouble a little bit. because with the Disney Plus acquisition of Bad Wolf, they're sort of joining streaming forces. There's a possibility they could take over the merchandise stuff, and Hasbro could be doing Doctor Who toys in the future. It's just a guess. I'm not an expert in this, but if anything, I'm very confident that character options will continue to be the staple merchandise creator of Doctor Who action figures and TARDISes and so on. But I think the merchandise is going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain from next year. You know they're making that Shooty Gatwa doll already. But like in that interview, Al Dawar, he said, I want to say AI Dawar when I read it. But Al Dawar, he said, the Regeneration set that's coming out very soon. And I've got my pre-order already. I'll show you the email that I got. I'm trying to not show confidential stuff, basically. But I can't seem to. I just want to. Yeah, there we go. Is there anything confidential on this? No, there doesn't seem to be anything confidential. Anyway, here's the email I got. There we go. It's coming soon. It's on its way. It says, good news, Joseph. The wait is almost over. Thank you for your patience. First orders of the Doctor Who Regeneration set are being shipped from Monday the 16th of January. And we'll definitely be doing a review on that, no doubt. I've already filmed the cold open for it, which was a lot of fun to film. Just a little tidbit. I have to keep my beard until I review this action figure set. But the Doctor Who merchandise has always been interesting. It's a lot harder to get. I've seen a lot of Second Doctor and TARDIS sets recently. Saw it in the Cardiff Museum for £50, and then I saw it for £30 in a local TV and movie merchandise shop. Doctor Who figures are... I mean, action figures are just really expensive these days. I just can't... They're getting... It's the adult market. At the end of the day, adults are buying the action figures more than the kids. Kids are playing PS5s and Xboxes and everything. And my brother, who's 12 years old, he's already off toys and everything. He doesn't want toys anymore. He just wants video games and a phone and Gucci stuff and all that. But yeah. I mean, it's like this, isn't it? It's like the bargain bucket. I mean, I wish there was a bargain bucket Doctor Who stuff, but it's really hard to get Doctor Who stuff. It really is. Well, I am very excited, obviously, to say that I am going to Star Wars Celebration in April. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I try to lose weight at the moment to fit in my Kylo Ren costume, which I still haven't bought. But Star Wars Celebration. Oh, it's going to be so good, Star Wars Celebration, man. It's going to be so good. It's obviously taking place at the XL in London. I booked my hotel very quick, and it's, oh my god, it's luckily around the corner from the venue. Am I going with my fiance, who's not particularly the biggest Star Wars fan, but loves The Mandalorian, and I think she loved Obi-Wan Kenobi as well, actually. So she's really liking the TV shows, and I love the movies and the TV shows combined, so I'm better automatically. But yeah, April 7th to the 10th this year, Star Wars Celebration. I think there's going to be a few announcements of the films. The David Lindelof films are definitely going to be announced. I think we're going to get more announcements of the TV shows. Obviously, we're going to be showing Ahsoka. They're waiting for all this, this celebration stuff to reveal stuff. Last year's was excellent. Like, even though I was at home, I wasn't in... Where was it? Anaheim? Where was it last year? Florida or something like that? It's very exciting that it's coming to London. As soon as I found out, bought the tickets straight away, didn't I? Just bought them, and you could go check out a video on my channel of me purchasing the Star Wars Celebration tickets. And I'll definitely be vlogging that and everything. It's going to be a lot of work, to be honest. It will. And the videos, I'm planning to edit the videos on the night of and hopefully release the next day, but they have to be good. Like, I can't just be churning out shit, basically. I'm really hoping this celebration goes really well. I'm really hoping it's going to be one to remember as well. It's interesting. It is. actually. I've got to order my Miles Morales #2. Guys, if you're from the UK and you want to get comic books and issues, like concurrently, constantly, Ace Comics is the place to go. I've been using this subscription service for over a year now. Really good. Really, really good. Guys, we're going to end the stream in about 5 minutes. I'm going to spend the night getting in my pyjamas, having dinner, watching the Batman, maybe watching a few Twitch videos as well. If you didn't see my tweet recently, I tweeted that I'm losing weight at the moment. Currently 286 pounds. Which sucks. I lost a lot of weight a couple of years ago during the COVID pandemic. I got to my best weight. And now I'm heavier than I've ever been. Pandemic really screwed us all, didn't it? I'll show you the set I got. I can't bring it over now. But it's this basically. Massive box. Came with unmasked Bruce Wayne. The bike, the stairs. Not the not like the best set. Definitely not, but definitely cool. I had to add it to my collection. Look at that awful mask. Look at that shit. Damn. Well, I was hoping we'd have a few people join the stream today, because the last one was very successful, actually. When I say successful, I mean like a couple of people joined, but it was really nice to just talk about stuff and just show off my stuff. And this is obviously my little streaming corner. It's the same place I make my videos. It's just a different direction for the webcam. I would use my Fujifilm, but the dummy battery's not working on it at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like we're going to get more interaction today. So I am going to love you and leave you all. But if you're watching this back, thank you so much. I had a good stream, actually. I wish I was a bit more prepared. But I have to be honest, I'm very tired at the moment. I've been tired for a couple of weeks now. And I actually noticed looking back at my old videos, I had much more energy than now. And in my last 2 or 3 videos, I've had lower energy, basically. I think it's because of this weight loss thing I'm doing. But anyway, yeah. Final thoughts, the Batverse. I'm looking forward to it, lowering my expectations. I'm sure when Matt Reeves soon announces what they're doing, I'm going to be elated. I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to be saving money, ready to buy all the merchandise from everything. But yeah, I look forward to it. But I can't I can't overthink about it too much, or I'll go mad. The other thing I want to talk about quickly, just before I leave, is the Flash movie. Obviously, we had this bit of artwork leaked from the Flash Film News Twitter site. Thank you very much. It was just this, basically, and the DC background is a fan-made thing. But obviously, the Ezra Miller news recently that he's pleaded guilty to kind of just get out of it quickly, and it feels very obvious as to make sure that Warner Brothers promotes the Flash film as a kid-friendly film and everything, and they don't want their star who beat the shit into people and threw chairs and supposedly kidnaps people as well, and well, he rightfully threatened the KKK. Definitely, fuck them guys. But you just saw this spiral of an actor. This actor's spiraling out of control. And it's a shame. To be honest, even before all that controversy around Ezra Miller, I was never a fan of his character in The Flash. I didn't like him as a person, the actor, but I didn't like The Flash either. I thought he was one of the most two-dimensional characters in Justice League, to be honest. Like I didn't like him. But I know he can perform. I know he's a good performer because I've seen him in other stuff and he's fantastic. But he's not hitting the ball. But I mean, the two main reasons I'm watching this is because our boy Michael Keaton is back in this very cool Batman costume. Again, I think that's black lenses. I just have a feeling, so they can switch to the stunt double. And then obviously Sasha Calle as Supergirl. That's the two sort of factors for me to go and see this film. Return to the world of Tim Burton's Batman. Hopefully they keep it to that. And then Sasha Calle as Supergirl. I think she is not from his universe. I think she is from his. I don't really know how it works. I think maybe this Barry Allen does exist in the Tim Burton verse. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what Andy Muschietti does. But overall, I'm excited for the film with those two facts. And Ezra Miller is definitely not going to be the Flash going forward. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I think he's done. I think he's done as this character. I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But yeah, anyway, if you're watching back the stream, we've actually had no viewers join, but it's been great to do a stream, just a little short one. Been on for 45 minutes. I really want to do live streams. I want to improve them, definitely. I want to be more prepared. I just wanted to do a quick one to see if I could get anybody talking about the Matt Reeves news and everything, but it hasn't worked out. But that's fine. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming now because a million people didn't join. Like I said last time, we had people join the stream, but it just hasn't worked out because it's not the talk of the town at the moment. I'm sure everyone's out night clubbing and doing their thing, and I'm currently sat at home ready to eat my chow mein downstairs and obviously watch the Batman. I might throw on the behind the scenes actually before I watch the film, but yeah. So I'm expected to be doing a video next week reviewing the 13th Doctor Regeneration set, which is our first action figure of the 14th Doctor. Apparently it's the only 14th Doctor action figure we're getting. So rare. It's going to be a rare figure. But that's going to be a fun video to kind of do. I had a really good response to my last Doctor Who action figure review, which was the David Bradley Doctor and TARDIS set, which is very hard to get. I just try and make them fun. I love watching people's videos when they talk about articulation and they go into detail about colours and blah blah blah. But that is just to reassure me what the figure's going to be like when I open the box. And I've enjoyed those, like from Crystal D and the review of Death and loads of Doctor Who action figure reviewers. But for me, I don't feel like I'm that person to kind of go, yeah, the articulation on this is amazing. And I just want to approach it as a person that buys toys. The reason I collect toys and everything is because they look fantastic. I mean, over there on the display at the moment, you can't see it, but I mean, I could turn the camera on quickly, my XA7, and see if you can catch it. But all that over there, that's my action figure set. And well, you can't see the Batman collection. You can see the Funko Pops above. But this is my YouTube camera. Hello, YouTube camera. And this is my streaming camera. But no, it's they just look cool, and I just want to do a fun video talking about the figures. You know, just what do I actually think, and that's what I did with my last one. It went really well, and people responded to it well. And there was one comment just saying how entertaining it was, and I think that's the problem with like action figure reviews and everything. They can be really boring because you're breaking down an action figure at the same time. So I'm really hoping I can do a really cool little action figure review. Again, I've shot the cold open for it, which I think is quite funny. I showed my fiance; she wasn't that impressed, but it was quite funny. But yeah, I find it funny. You'll find it funny, definitely. So watch out for that video next week. I'm sure we're gonna get some more DC Studios news next week. I'm really hoping James Gunn. He actually stated that someone on Twitter, I talked about this in one of my last videos, is asked their birthday is January 14th, would we be in any news, and he said it'll be a late birthday present. So I think it might be the last week of January. I think James Gunn is reading every single DC comic at the moment. I think he is doing some hardcore research at the moment. But we've had teasers and everything. We're definitely getting a Superman movie. We're definitely getting a new Batman movie. And again, I think that whole James Gunn calling Matt Reeves first was just to kind of reassure him that his Batverse is continuing. And then at this next meeting, it's to kind of reassure him that, well, basically tell him, look, we're going to do a Batman movie, so you need to get on with your films. Because it's going to get in the way. I do think that's the case. You know, they can all be like, oh, yeah, we're all lovey-dovey, and oh, yeah, we're all great. But at the end of the day, I think that's the hard truth. They can't have two Batmans coexisted. They just can't. Like, personally, I think that'll confuse audiences. But to be honest, general audiences are very smart these days. You know, Spider-Man No Way Home was bloody hard. The Flash movie's going to be really hard to catch up with. But I just think general audiences are a lot smarter these days. So it can work, but I just think... Why would you have two Batmans at the same time? Yeah, that's just kind of what I think. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I got a message from Champagne something. Yeah, the gang was flexing. Gee, no idea what that means. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely evening. I'm gonna go enjoy mine, watch the Batman, and yeah, good night.